Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, Danny Savage, Draft Guru. If you like, sub and subscribe. It don't cost a dime. But we're going to start this show off like this because it's about the U. And I've been a U fan my whole life. And I'm old, so don't hate. But when I go back to the U, I go back to Howard Schnellenberger, Jimmy Johnson, Dennis Erickson. They played with swagger. They punched you in the mouth. They talked shit and they let you know it. That's where my first love for Jimmy Johnson started when he was coaching at Miami. There was a game, they were playing Syracuse, at Syracuse. So it was the Miami Hurricanes at Syracuse. They were up like 52 nothing. And I saw him run. Miami was on defense. 4 straight all out blitzes. He was a coach. When he had you down, he would put his foot on your throat. He was the best coach, talent evaluator I ever seen, ever. They didn't get robbed in South Bend. That would have been another national championship. So that's where I go back. I go back to the Catholics versus the convicts. That's what I go back to. And the swagger that they had. And my whole life, I've always had a chip on my shoulder. And I played the same way. I played with bad intentions. I didn't like you. One time I played a game, no joke. I was on defense, defensive tackle, and the offensive tackle in front of me, he broke his hip. There was no ambulance at the game, and it was a while before. And I'm just standing there. I'm like, yo, get him out of here. Didn't even care. It was crazy back then. When a kid would get hurt, you would hear people, and you would legit hear people in the stands, get the meat wagon, get a meat bag, get him out. It was brutal. It was like, now if they did that, they'd be riots. People would say, like, yo, get out the meat wagon. So this kid has a broken hip. And I'm like, I don't care. Get him off. Because I knew if I was laying there on the ground with a broken hip, he wouldn't have cared about me. And what is football? Football is controlled violence. One of the best defensive linemen ever, but he doesn't get credit, Lyle Alzado, used to say, oh, I challenge people and they say, let's go out there and have fun. No, football isn't fun. Football is a war. You maul what's in front of you, whistle blows, and then you do it again. But it seems like we've gotten so soft. So Mario Cristobal back at the U. Last year, I'll be the first one to agree, it was a pure debacle last year. Van Dyke, a quarterback, was just disgusting. He was horrible. They went in the portal. They got some crazy, crazy recruits come in. Cam Ward, 5 touchdowns today. They beat Miami beat Ball State. I think it was like 62 to nothing. They could have probably put 80 points. I've done all the videos already on Miami's defensive line, and I did them in May. They got one kid, Tyler Barron, Tennessee transfer. He had like 3 sacks today. The U is back, in my opinion. The only team I see them in their division like giving them any uh, issues, not issues, but could challenge them would be Clemson, but they should roll over Clemson. I think there's an issue with their stadium being 45 minutes away from the college. I know they're building a new stadium, but let's be honest. How many other Power 5 colleges stadiums are 45 minutes away from the actual school? If you looked at the 2001 Miami team, that team could have beat some NFL teams. Jimmy Johnson's teams could have beat some NFL teams. Back in May, I was talking about Xavier Restrepo, and I nicknamed him the Cuban Wes Welker. Nobody was talking about him, but I was, because he reminds me exactly of Wes Welker. Is Xavier Restrepo going to beat anyone in a 40-yard dash? Is he going to be a blazer? I don't see it. But he's crazy sneaky. He's crazy quick. Crazy quick. And he's slippery. Gets open. He had one TD today, and he probably could have had two more, but the quarterback just didn't see him open. Wide open. Be prepared. He's going to have probably a 15 touchdown season. Legit. And a smart coach, in my opinion, he doesn't get out of round two. But when it comes to college football, I'm a Miami fan. The Hurricanes. And they just got to get that swag back. So when you got somebody on the ground, you finish them. I don't want to see you take the brakes off. Have anyone else noticed Tennessee put up 71 points today on a team? Has anyone noticed like teams blowing out other teams super, super bad and running up the scores? Because that's going to help them getting into the NCAA playoffs. Now, because now we have 12 teams making it instead of 4. And Miami's going to be one of them. Their D-line, they brought in so many transfers. I did a video on Barrow. I did Akeem Massador. I did so many videos. Moronga, the linebacker. So much talent that team has. And hopefully Mario Cristobal is the answer to the U. And I see a good, because we all know this is a draft channel, a college football channel, but it's also an NFL draft channel. This team, everyone comes out. I can legit see six guys, and it's crazy early. Holy cow, 2 games in. I can see. Well, it'll be 3. I can see legit 6, 7, if not higher. And if more kids had more time where they could leave, I could probably see another 3 more. But that remains to be seen. I apologize for dropping this video late, especially on a Saturday night. But the U is back. When you're rocking with the GWO, it's for life. Have a good night, everybody.